Dave Murphy, my good buddy, the boss of Murphy Sportfishing. We're up at Kyuquot Sound, right?
Right.
Northwest side of Vancouver Island.
As far as you can get.
As far as you can get. I always use the word paradise. This is paradise. Little roll on the water this morning, but we've only been fishing for 15 minutes.
Yeah.
We're gonna keep getting fish like this?
Yeah, we hope so.
Stick with us, because we're going fishing in paradise, Kyuquot Sound, British Columbia.
I'm going fishing all the time, and my baby's going fishing too. Bet your life that your sweet wife can catch more fish than you. Any fish will bite if you got the right bait. Now here's a little something that I'd like to relate. With my pole and my line, I'm going fishing. Yes, I'm going fishing. My baby's going fishing too.
Going Fishing with Darryl Choronzey is brought to you in part by Yamaha, Abu Garcia, Montana's Cookhouse, and Berkeley. Closed captioning for Going Fishing is brought to you by Rapala, the makers of Canada's favorite fillet knives. When it comes to Pacific Coast salmon trolling, we can only use the word fantastic. That's especially true in the waters out from Kyuquot, British Columbia, a true fish factory located far up on the west coast of Vancouver Island. The waters that border this rugged shoreline are home to the finest coho and spring salmon fishing found anywhere in the world. On this early morning outing, Choronzey and his good fishing buddy, David Murphy of Murphy Sportfishing Adventures, are doing just that, intercepting some of the thousands of salmon that come to this region to feed and grow fat. Stay with us as the boys go trolling for the salmon of Kyuquot Sound.
First pass, Mr. Murphy.
I just dropped that a little deeper and bang.
This one's got some weight. How long we been out, buddy?
5 minutes.
5 minutes? Is it always this hot at Murphy Sportfishing?
Every time you're here.
You know what?
Got away.
Got away.
Nope, it's still there.
Is he there?
Yeah.
Well, you know what, Dave? I'll tell you. I thought he went away. He hit the surface so hard. Hey.
Oh.
Dave, this guy went. Now, he doesn't seem like he's got the weight now, though, Dave. Hey.
He sure
You know that?
He sure smoked it. Let me just...
You're not kidding. He smoked it. You know, that's funny, Dave. He started swimming towards the boat. I thought I lost him.
You know, you got that really light flasher on,
Yeah.
too, so it's just like fighting him with no flash. I gotta get this other rod clear.
Just get out of my way. Don't worry about the other rod. I can handle this. He whacked that, buddy. Now, we should say we honestly have only been out 5 minutes,
Yeah,
right?
It's 5:20 a.m.
5 minutes, and we got to roll. We came out yesterday, and maybe we're going to show them what it was like yesterday. It was raining and rough, right?
Right, it's terrible.
And we've got a roll right now backing off these shoals here. A little rough on the old heart first thing in the morning, buddy. Oh. Dave, what's the biggest Chinook you're going to get out here at this time of the year?
Mid-40s or so. You know, the average is, 20 to 30 pounds, I guess.
Okay. Well, we got out last night. We got a 25.
Yeah, right away.
You know? It's just a little rough last night for filming, that's all.
Yeah, it was, and rainy.
Hey, you get that. That's West Coast weather. That's why these mountains are so magnificently, tree covered.
Shapered, yeah. And look at the shoreline. It ain't rugged for because it's calm here all the time.
Not the word ain't. It isn't.
It is.
Don't give me that. No, don't give me that North Pacific talk, right?
Yeah.
No, it's different. Now you gonna use the gaff on this guy or net?
Probably net him.
Okay.
I'm just gonna spin around here.
Okay.
Just make it a little easier on us.
Oh, he's coming right now. Look at that fish.
They're good fighters, eh?
Yeah.
They really go. Yeah. They fight a lot better than those Great Lake wannabes.
Hey! I live on the Great Lakes, but they are Great Lakes wannabes. That's no two ways about it. And I love flashers, Dave. I'm gonna try and keep him away from the motor. Come on, Mr. Salmon. Oh, I don't want to go any higher. Okay, Dave. Dave, I think we're gonna let this guy go, eh?
Yeah, it's early.
Okay. Bring him in and look at him real quick.
Sure.
I don't want to get that flasher up any higher than what it is, Dave. Good fish, small fish.
Nice little fish.
Okay, So, Dave, what do you think? You gonna let this guy go?
I let him go. He's a
Okay.
nice little fish.
That's not a mature fish for this year?
You know
Mature
what?
fish?
It might be.
Might be, you can't tell?
Salmon are 3 to 5 years old, so this could be just a small 3-year-old.
Okay, I see she's got her adipose, right?
Yep.
Let's let her go back and spawn.
Okay.
There you go, baby. Now, Dave, that fish could be spawning in the Columbia for all we know. It could be spawning back
yeah.
here around Port Alberni.
Yeah, that's the beauty of this spot is we're not fishing fish that are coming into this sound. We're fishing passing by stocks.
Yeah.
So we get fish that are destined to every river in southern British Columbia, Washington, Oregon, and that's why it's such a great spot, and that's why we're here.
And I can say, hey, it's the corridor, right? They're going down the corridor.
They're going down the corridor, the fish highway.
Let's go for it, buddy. I love it here.
And now, the campfire comment.
You know what we've got to do? We've got to get this guy out to British Columbia, whether it's Whale Channel, Millbank Sound, right? West Coast Resorts, and try some of that fabulous British Columbia salmon fishing.
Yeah, besides their great Chinook fishing, they got fish farms out there.
Yeah, and there is some controversy. Now, here's the deal. We've got fish farms where we commercially raise fish, right, for the market. We've got them in the Atlantic provinces, we've got them in Ontario, and we've got them in British Columbia. I don't know about the other provinces, but as far as I'm concerned, there's nothing wrong with fish farms if they're operated properly. Now, you got to remember, the world's getting bigger, right? And we've got to supply people, you know, we've got to get them food. And I also look at that, if the fish farms are raising fish, then there's less pressure on our wild stocks. The more fish that the fish farm raise, the less that we have to gill net or seine net, you know, or slaughter these wild stocks. But there is some problems. Now, and in some way, there's some good problems. Up on the North Channel of the Great Lakes, we've got fish farms there, and the ice are getting into the cages are sinking in the winter. They're losing up to 500,000 salmon and rainbow trout. But what's happening, it's supplying a fishery for us because those fish get out into the open and we can catch them. What scares me about British Columbia, and again, I want to see fish farms, but what scares me is they've got some problems with pollution. You know, the fish have to go to the bathroom. They're going to eat, they're going to go to the bathroom. It falls through the cages, it gets onto the bottom of the ocean, it's causing some problems. The other thing that really, really upsets me is, and this scares me, some of these biologists out in BC, here we go with the biologists again, right? But instead of raising coho and Chinook in the cages, they're raising Atlantic salmon. Now, why in God's name would you take Atlantic salmon from the East Coast and raise them in pens on the West Coast? And they always said, well, they're never going to escape. Yeah, guess what? They escaped. And we don't need the competition with Atlantics against Chinook and coho on the West Coast. Again, there's nothing wrong with fish farms, but they've got to be properly maintained, right? You've got to take care of them. If you do that, everything's great.
You got to watch your blood pressure, buddy. You're going to have the big one of these days.
You brought up the fish farms, I did.
Going Fishing returns with more Pacific Coast salmon action.
You know what, Mr. Murphy? I've been out with you guys now 6 times, 7 times, right? And we get the rolls the odd time like this, right? And you get a little bit of rain, but where can you go in Canada and see scenery like this? Like, you know, there's a surf beating against the rocks, right?
Without a condo built on it.
Well, hey, and there are no condos out here. But can I buy a piece of property?
No.
I mean, and I use this word too many times, but the word is paradise, and we got to fish here. And the word is paradise, right?
Get it off.
I got it. You got a double? The word's paradise, Dave, and this is paradise.
I got a nice one.
You got a nice one?
Yeah.
I don't know whether it's nice or not.
Wow.
So, hey, that's quick, eh? Are we wrapped, Dave, or we got 2 fish?
No, we got 2 fish. Yours is smoking, mine's smoking.
You know, mine's smoking. I just want to watch my knuckles.
Can you slow us down a bit, Darryl, while you're close to the throttle?
Yeah. I got to slow you down all right. I got wrapped a couple times here, Dave. But it is paradise here, Mr. Murphy. It is dynamite.
Speaking of paradise, doubleheader. Where do you see that on?
I just said to Dave, let's sit in the back of the boat and talk, right? About what? I said about paradise, and all of a sudden 2 rods go off.
Okay, I gotta switch with you here.
You going over?
No,
I'm going.
I think the other way.
Are we okay? Okay, I'm going behind you. You get under me.
Over here. I'll get this one up.
You okay there, buddy?
Yeah, perfect.
Hey, mine's still out there. Now, I'm leaving this morning, so I am taking a couple fish home with me. Remember that?
Yeah, I know.
It is nice, Dave.
Fish you can eat.
Oh, come on, leave the Great Lakes alone. I eat a few. Maybe that's what's gone to my mind, you know. That's a nice fish, Dave.
It's a nice fish. I think mine's a little nicer.
You know what?
Keep yours away from mine.
I can't.
Come
You tell
on.
a fish that. You're underneath, yeah. Real easy, eh? He goes back out. What do you want?
Rookie.
He goes back out. What do you want to do?
Okay,
Rookie, I picked out your flasher. I'll hold the rod for you. I'll do the neck. Where's your fish? Get your fish up to the boat.
Okay, we'll get mine first this time.
Okay. They're both nice fish.
There are beauties.
You ready?
Yeah, I got yours.
Okay.
I don't have yours. No, I don't.
You got him?
No. Give me my
Oh,
rod.
shoot.
Take my rod.
I got your rod.
I still don't have yours. Okay,
You got him
I
now?
got him. Yeah, I got him.
Here. You take my rod. I'll fight your fish.
Okay, I'll deal with this quick and then. And 1 second.
You got him?
I got him, yeah.
Oh, mother. Will you hurry up?
I'm hurrying. There's a nice one.
Nice fish. Hey.
Okay, we'll just put that right there.
Okay.
Get the hook out of the net. Hey, I want my fish back.
You want your fish back? Give me the net. Show you how the netting's done. Great Lake style.
Little nest and netting head first. Get him
I know.
now.
Okay, Mr. Murphy, I got him.
Okay.
Dandy fish, eh?
Nice fish. Long
Dave.
handle.
I'll tell you what, Dave. I got the handle going out of the boat
Yeah.
and the fish going down the boat.
Beautiful.
Now listen, let me ask you something. I'm not being smart. And I'm not being smart in this, but I come out here to Murphy's all the time, right?
Yeah.
And I say, let's put my flashers down. Well, yeah, but I've been getting them on these flashers all week, right? Hey, was that not my purple flasher?
It's your purple
Hey.
flasher.
Was that not my purple? It's my Kingfisher, my purple, right?
Your goofy flasher.
My Goofy has got that special prism on it. We can't say the name because the CRTC doesn't want us to say names, but it looks like a fish, right? So I call it the Kingfisher.
Well, you see the blue? This is a real hot thing now. That iridescent blue. It really lights up in low light.
But let's get back to the topic. I brought this out yesterday. I said, hey, Dave, let's put that on. It's too goofy looking. 5 minutes down yesterday, bang, bang, bang.
Yeah.
5 minutes down this morning, bang, bang, bang.
Yeah.
We get a double, one of them, bang, 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 all on my goofy-looking purple flasher.
Right. The worst part about it is, last time you were here, what happened?
What happened?
Same thing.
Same thing. and I said to him earlier, I got something else for you. The goofy-looking pens, right, where you're dotting the anchovies. Were not all those anchovies dotted?
The first fish was on the ink.
With the ink?
I didn't ink that one.
But the very first one in the morning was on the
Was
ink
an
too,
ink-
eh?
ink.
So that's 2 out of 3 on the ink.
Right.
You want me to come out here and guide for you?
Yeah, sure. Anytime.
Hey, thanks a lot, buddy. I'm serious. Kyuquot is paradise.
Right.
Kyuquot Sound, British Columbia, west side of the island, 150 miles north of Campbell River, right?
Anywhere from, a long way from anywhere.
And you don't see boats.
No.
And again, you are going to get some rock like this, but honestly, if you want to have some fun, get out to Kyuquot Sound, Murphy's. It's just another world. I may stay one more day. I push the area enough, I guess I can stay one more day.
Stay one more day.
Really, if you want paradise, Kyuquot Sound, Murphy's can get you there. Okay, buddy.
Good job.
You can handle the fish.
And now for the Montana's Cookhouse tip of the week. Fishing for BC salmon should be on everyone's agenda. To find the destination just for you and your budget, just go to the computer and Yahoo up Sportfishing British Columbia. There are hundreds of listings to meet everyone's requirements. Fishing for Canada's various salmon species is something no Canadian angler should ever pass up. Even if it's only one single trip of a lifetime to the West Coast to tangle with the big ones, you deserve it. For starters, there's the spectacular scenery of towering mountains, rolling rivers, and pounding surf. There's also the combination of wildlife, but most of all, it's that phenomenal West Coast salmon fishing. And choosing a fishing destination really doesn't have to break the bankroll. For those on a limited budget, there's plenty of motels and single charter operations. On the west coast of the island, there are operators such as Murphy Sportfishing, who offer bookings on converted freighters such as the Darryl, or at their shorefront lodge as an American plant with big boat guides supplied. Then there are also destinations further to the north around the Queen Charlotte Islands or Upper Maine Coast, where floating lodges are much like the Taj Mahal, where it can be best described as fishing in the purple. So do yourself a favor, head for British Columbia and make tracks for the fishing adventure of a lifetime.
Dave Murphy, hot time on Kyuquot Sound, I'll tell you, eh? I said to Dave, let's get out real early, eh? Because I've got to get back. How far back to Campbell River? About 3 hours altogether.
Yeah, 3.5 hours-ish.
And I says, come on, let's go out. It did rain yesterday. I said, let's go out and bang them in the morning, and we did.
Right,
you know?
we did good yesterday.
Yeah. Yesterday we did real good. 6 or 7 fish this morning, and we were only out, what, 3 hours at the
it
most?
didn't take long.
Really good. Talk tackle real quick, okay? The knuckle buster, right? Now, what this is it's a converted fly reel, right? And I use it as a knuckle buster. It's got the same action. It does everything for me.
It's got a good break. Yeah.
Got really good, you know, and you still get your knuckles banged when you get them in the way. And I'm running a medium light action rod.
Yep.
You know, so
It's all you need. You're fishing 30, 40, 50 feet. And
30-pound test line.
Yeah, lighter
And that's
the
all.
better.
Pass me that other rod, will you? Now, that's a fly reel, right? And I'm still going down to a fly reel. This is your Islander from out here, right? And I'm still using the fly reel. And again, 30-pound test line.
Right.
Medium action rods.
Yeah, it works great.
And how long are most of the rods?
10 foot. 10 foot, 10 and a half is standard.
Okay.
PC.
I want to tell you something. This is my favorite color when I come out here, right? Chrome with that fluorescent red. And I love that. But the last time I was out, we were talking, and I said, Kingfisher style. Right? And is it caught on out here?
Yeah, it's starting to.
You know,
You
does it
really-
catch fish?
Yeah, it's a great,
You know,
great fish catcher.
You just clobber the salmon when you got it down the water.
It's a great bait flasher.
Okay. Now, what are they calling the prism?
That's a jellyfish
Okay.
pattern.
It's got a neat, it's fish shaped again, right? But it's got that neat prism.
Right. It's a jellyfish plaid.
Okay. It comes in tons of different colors, right?
Yes, yeah.
Now you're saying this is special? It's iridescent?
Iridescent, the blue color. It actually, when you put it in the water, it glows.
Okay.
It takes light at a much deeper depth, and
okay. You got the same thing with the head?
yeah, the teaser head. This is just new again this year too.
Jellyfish too?
Jellyfish in it.
I'm going to just put this down. But listen, every time I come out here, whether it's the kingfisher, the shape, the color, I always teach you something. Let's be honest. Now give me that anchovy, right? And I want to show you something. I got one more of these left, right?
Yeah.
And it's going with me because I'm going over to Paul River to fish for a couple days.
You think so?
Get the pen out. I brought Dave something that's come out on the East Coast, and around Ontario, really, right? And I want to say out east, not the East Coast, but Dave's going, oh, yeah, this is really going to work. And I said, listen, does the kingfisher work? Does the jellyfish color work? Show him what you did. And you can do this in a number of ways.
Yeah, and you said it comes in a couple of colors, but just like this, just so a little blood coming out of the gills.
Yeah.
And we did the down to the tail, just a stripe.
Yeah,
and
that's neat, eh?
Yeah, we know it stays on for about 10, 15 minutes.
Yeah.
And we had a lot of strikes on that.
You know, and again, I like the red especially because it makes it look like it's bleeding, right? And again, you told me it wasn't going to work, but it worked.
Right. But no secret, you can tell that I was using. Like, my hands are orange.
You can go up and wash them.
Yeah.
Listen, talk about going up and washing them. Can you do me a favor? I'm going home. I'm going to take the ride back to Campbell River, and I sure would like somebody to clean my fish for me because I have to go and talk to your good-looking sister and get some facts on the fishery in BC.
I'll do it.
Thanks, pal. Listen.
Thank you.
And I'm probably going to say this at the dinner table, but if you get the chance, don't pass up. You got to fish with Mr. Murphy up at Kyuquot Sound, eh?
Yeah.
This is last time?
It's the place to be.
This is last time? This is paradise.
Yeah.
Clean my fish. I'm going up to eat.
Okay.
Thanks, Dave.
Have a good dinner.
Going fishing returns with the Napoleon Barbecue's Shore Lunch.
Chris O'Neill.
Yes, sir.
I guess I can say that you are the best cook at Murphy Sportfishing?
I'd like to think so, yeah.
In your opinion, right?
Yeah, yes, sir.
You know,
yeah.
I wouldn't really say too much about that because I've had the meals on the boat too. Now,
there we
listen,
go.
buddy, you are a great cook. I had your meals last night, right?
Thank you.
We're having today again, and just because I said I wanted you to cook this meal for us, right? The same meal I had last night.
Yep.
What are you calling this meal?
Spring salmon. It's going to be a lemon tarragon spring salmon barbecued.
Okay. Now let me just say this, just for the purpose of us filming, right? We've got the fillet down here, right? You are going to put the ingredients on, and then you're going to transfer it over to an aluminum.
Yeah, aluminum
wrap,
wrap. Yep.
And you're going to make it like a boat. You're going to seal it.
Yeah,
right.
well sealed. Yeah.
How long are you going to leave it on the barbecue?
Roughly 15 minutes.
Okay.
Yeah.
I haven't got 20 minutes to talk to you about how great of a cook you are, right? But no, what are we putting on this fillet?
We're going to start with some salt, actually.
Okay.
A good amount of salt. You don't want to over-season the salmon,
Okay.
but you do want a fair amount of salt on it.
Okay.
We're going to
Go.
move on to the pepper.
Yeah.
Again, a fair amount of pepper as well.
Yeah. You always spill the pepper on the tablecloth.
Usually, yeah, I do.
Okay,
Yeah,
okay.
yeah. I got some tarragon here.
Smell it.
It's a bit like a licorice. It's
Whoa.
yeah,
Okay,
it's kind of nice. You don't want to overdo it with the tarragon, though.
I don't think so. I don't want my salmon tasting like candy, you know.
Yeah, no, it's a pretty potent spice.
Okay. What else you got there?
I've got lemon,
Yeah.
just the juice of a couple wedges.
Yeah. That's one. That's two. Now listen, Murphys have got the money. Give me three, will you? 3 squeezes, buddy. Okay.
There we are.
Okay. Now you're just going to decorate, am I right?
Yeah, I am.
Okay.
Yeah. This is more for show than anything.
Okay.
So we'll add the lemons.
Okay. Now I'm going to let you do this. You're going to take this salmon fillet, right, with the tarragon, right, the stuff that looks like the dandelion leaves and all that, and you're going to put it on foil again, and I call it a boat. You're going to lay it out on the foil, but close the foil, right? Seal it, right?
Yep.
So
Well
it's
sealed.
completely sealed, and then it's going on the barbecue.
Yes, sir. Yeah, about 300 degrees.
No more, sir. The name is Darryl.
Ah, Darryl.
Great cook, buddy.
Thank you very much.
Okay, I'm going over to sit down. You bring the fish to me.
You got her.
Marilyn Murphy. I can say the queen of Murphy sport fishing. How many times have we been out together fishing?
Gosh, this must be getting close to 8 times, isn't it?
You
7
know,
or 8?
eight or nine trips, and every trip I come to, the fishing is just nonstop. Can I use the word paradise?
Yeah. Well, one more time.
One more time?
Last time?
Yeah, you're not kidding. It better be enough, eh? But I'll tell you what, you ran the boat for us today.
Yeah, that was fun being out with you guys.
You know, and we've only been up here 2 days, and I've got to leave. I'm on a busy schedule, but it was fishing last night. Bang, 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 bang. And it was a little, you know, there was a roll out there, and we said, wait, we'll film tomorrow morning. And even the camera guy said, well, why wait? And I said, wait till you see the fishing up here. There's no trouble doing a show. What have we got here?
Oh, this is the salmon that Chris prepared for us.
Isn't that
This is
something?
your salmon.
That is neat.
And this is incredible. You just wait.
Okay. You know what? Cheers first, eh?
Cheers.
So great trip. Even though it was only 2 days, and it's only the 3rd week in July, I'm coming back, you know, so I'll be back in a couple of weeks. Before we really dig into this, let's really talk real quick. Marilyn, you're with the Sportfishing Institute of British Columbia, but you're also with a lot of other groups.
The Sportfish Advisory Board and the Pacific Salmon Commission. Unfortunately, for British Columbia anglers, they have an opportunity to work with governments to develop fishing plans.
Now, there are other reasons why this fishing has really got hot. You've got one where the natives have the first priority, sport fishermen have the second priority, and then the commercial fishery.
The recreational fishermen of British Columbia have to be at normal limits for Chinook and coho before there can be commercial fisheries.
As long as it stays that way, it's going to be great.
Right. Yeah, it's going to be good.
I want to say a couple things. I mean, I love the wild stocks, don't get me wrong, and there's a definite need to, you know, retain these wild stocks, but I also love fish hatcheries. And I think that if the federal government ever says we're going to cut back on fish production in our hatcheries, something's really wrong.
Yeah, you know, we are heavily dependent on hatcheries for like successful fishing like we had today. 60% of our fish were hatchery fish. Without hatcheries, it would change the face of fishing in British Columbia.
Yeah, you need those hatcheries, and hatcheries all important. And again, we don't want to see the feds cut back on the number of fish being stocked. So can I come back again?
Absolutely, anytime, Darryl.
Thank you. Listen, if you get the opportunity, don't ever pass up the chance to visit northwestern corner of Vancouver Island, Kyuquot Sound, Murphy Sport Fishing. It's paradise.
You said it again.
So what? I'm going to eat and we're going to go fishing. We'll see you next week.
For more information on today's fishing location and other going fishing destinations, visit www.goingfishingtv.com. Going Fishing with Darryl Choronzey has been brought to you in part by Yamaha, Abu Garcia, Montana's Cookhouse, and Berkeley.
Going fishing.
Going Fishing would like to thank the following fine sponsors.
Baby smiling my way.